the whistle. In American culture, the whistle is mostly indicative and a symbol of power. The majority of people that carry whistles are coaches, military, and referees. I used to carry my whistle around after I was sexually assaulted because what I found out was that when you are in a busy area or a heavily populated, condensed area with a lot going on, a whistle will actually capture the attention of people more than a horn and more than a car alarm. You can boop, boop. You can control the tempo of the whistle. There's a lot of things you can do with the whistle. And I used to be able to put my fingers together and I could whistle really, really loud. And somehow between 1st and 5th Avenue, I lost that capability. So I carry my whistle. And cops use whistles and to direct traffic and street traffic. And so, yeah. This isn't about the whistle as much as it is about whistleblowers. Hang on just a sec. Here he comes. I'm going to invest in a couple of different cool whistles, but this guy, trader, oh man, this dude that evidently linked the whole NSA thing, and everybody's freaking out about it. Whistleblower. So everyone starts talking about their privacy. It's an infringement on privacy to listen to people's conversations. Well, let me tell you guys something, okay? Let me talk to you about invasion of privacy. Michael Jackson was stripped naked in front of a bunch of people over that molestation thing, and it crushed him. It devastated him and it traumatized him for the rest of his life. Oh, how quickly we forget. I was cuffed and stuffed numerous times, sodomized by a nurse at Southwest Washington Medical Center, Dr. Laura, you know who you are, simply because I asked not to be, because somebody falsified a police report. My ex-fiance had said some things that he didn't know for sure, but he didn't really understand at the time what the consequences and how it was going to come down on me. Since we have, it's water under the bridge with us, but what he did, not good. You don't call the police and say you think someone might have a gun. You think someone might be taking medication to stay up. You think that they might be suicidal. You don't say those things to 911 unless you really want to mess with someone. And commandment number 9 is thou shalt not bear false witness against a person. Well, he did, but he didn't. He was speculating. And because of that, I was put through over a 72-hour nightmare where I had to pee in front of nurses. And it goes on and on and on for this 8-year period of these hospitalizations because of people's misconception of what I was doing or things I may have said or may not have said. And there was so much confusion because Satan is about deception in disguise. And he wanted to kill me and he wanted to shut me up for good. So what happened was, you get stripped down and basically treated like a criminal, and you go to a place that's function is a lot like prison, only I would have much rather have gone to prison than to a psych hospital for several reasons that I won't get into right now. Then for wearing a dainty little cross on my forehead, I was sexually assaulted by 5 men. One of them urinated in my mouth. It was a very horrific event. They invaded my privacy and my personal space. Why? because they didn't like what they saw on my forehead. They held a knife up to my throat, looked through my identification. Fortunately, I hadn't changed my address yet. Said they'd come back and kill me if I ever talked about Jesus Christ again. An invasion of my privacy was to come into my home, Isaac, Michael, with a police officer, walk down my hall, open up my bedroom when I'm sleeping after Willippa told me that's all they wanted me to do, and told me to get up, hauled me outside, and we waited for an ambulance to come take my ass away again. That is an infringement of privacy. That's trespassing. And I never fought. You know what stance I always took? I took the Jesus stance. You know all those pictures where he kind of has his hands kind of stoically up? It's a defensive stance, obviously. If you've watched the Jodi Arias trial, you saw all of the cuts on Alexander's hands. People defend themselves. That's all I ever did. Whoa, 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 whoa! My head's been shoved under my right car tire at one time. You know, cuffed and stuff, thrown on 5150s. But the funny thing is, the first time it ever happened, the only thing on the computer screen in the cop car was keep her happy. So I thought it was a joke. All of this might kind of not make any sense to you because you have to know the very beginning of the story of the first time I heard God and everything that happened after that. And you have to know it sequentially. You can't just, hit the M key and expect everything to pop up and be all knowing about it. You have to really, really go from the beginning to understand how things got progressively worse for me, why I lost everything I owned, and all these things that happened to me is because I was willing to from the beginning. I told Jesus he could take it all. I heard him knock on my door, and I started to live various scriptures, just going out and doing it, just doing it, just doing it. Enough talking, just do it. No one else is going to do it, just do it. And along the way, I got caught in, the fishnet of man. When I was never a threat, never threatened anyone, never threatened to kill myself, never harmed anybody or anybody's property or anything like that. Nothing. Absolutely no warrant for it, other than God was using me as an instrument. Yeah. So when I read posts about people and their concern about losing their privacy, I think to myself, wait till they invade your body and your home. Who are they? The police? Thieves? I don't know. They. Evil. Bad. You can't run from God, and you really can't run away from evil. You can only confront it. But when people have power over you, and you have to serve and be a servant to certain things, you learn over time that that really is what the power is. And I love the song, You Say It Best, when you say nothing at all. So for all of the people who are freaking out over their privacy being infringed upon, I'm sorry, but I'm not jumping on your bandwagon. Go through what I went through, and then I'll listen to what you have to say. This is Angela, signing off, and remember, wherever you go, there you are.